up, you guys? Thanks for stopping by my channel. I didn't even put no earrings in. Thanks for stopping by my channel, Esteemed Queen Mentality. Be sure that y'all like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell down below so that way you get to know when I post all of my tea talks. I hope everyone had a splendid Labor Day. I'm pretty sure everyone deserves a 3-day vacation every now and then outside of the holidays. So I'm glad you had some time off to be able to rejuvenate and get back onto one accord. And so now that we are, here's Tuesday, back to a drawing board. So I'm not going to tarry too long because I got other things I need to do and other places I need to be. So get your water, get your wine, get whatever it is that you're sipping on, get it and you bring it close, okay? I will be posting my notes in regards to the Tea Talk Book Club somewhere around this week. I've been hella occupied with a couple of different business meetings, a couple of different projects going on. So I'm a little behind in real time. But needless to say, that's always a good thing when you're occupied, right? When you're busy, you're occupied. You know, an idle person is a very dangerous person, especially if there's everything open to availability to them. So keep yourself occupied. I have a dream workshop popping off sometime either late September or early October, but I'll be sure to let y'all know. All the other stuff is down below. So now that you have your beverage of choice, let's go ahead and get into this tea talk topic. Now, I know I was brought up with, you know, on the influence of being seen, not heard. Also in our household, you know, whatever happens in this house stays in this house. You know, we don't allow outsiders into our personal business. That's a gift and a curse. Yeah, you learn how to keep things to yourself, but there's a difference between being secretive and mysterious. And a lot of times with me, I've always walked on the borderline because I've always been a person that keeps my business to myself. Like, if I don't speak on it, you wouldn't even know that I am going through something. And even then, like, I've just learned not to put all my business out on Facebook or social media. I've said this plenty of times before. You live your best life to the fullest when don't nobody know your real life. So, you know, I share things with you all, but at the same time, I still have to acknowledge that I do need privacy. No matter how many people I want to help, I can't help if I don't recharge, and I can't help if I reveal everything always at one time. Like, no. So this tea talk topic is very interesting and intriguing and important because I know before I really came out my shell, I never really came out my shell until, you know, maybe about 5-6 years ago. Only because, you know, I was always around judgmental people, and when I was growing up, even now, I don't have a really big circle of friends and all that good stuff. So, you know, I like to keep it cute and simple. Sometimes with how my schedule is and what I do and how I am, I can come off, you know, I don't want to say a bit much for some people, but I mean, if their common sense is the circumference of a nerve, then they would not get me, right? Because they will be more closed-minded than anything. So we need to talk about not only being yourself, but being bold and being yourself. Now, not everyone, like I said, is going to get who you are. They're not going to comprehend who you are. I had to learn that that is cool and it's okay, but how are you feeling? Are you okay? Is how you portraying yourself and putting yourself out there, is it really lighting up, you know, like the goodness in you, or is it clouding your judgment and darkening your spotlight? So we need to talk about how it is, what it is, and the necessary steps for us to feel bold. Now, like I said, when I say bold, I say authentic confidence. You believe in who you are, you know, regardless if you have hair or you don't. no matter what color it is you are, you don't want to specify, you know. And that also goes down to gender. Stand in who you are, because it was only you who was in the mix to help create it. Amens, amens. Okay, so number one, you got to understand that being bold counters intimidation. Just because that's a popular clique of people to hang out with, that doesn't always, you know, that doesn't mean you should be intimidated just because there's more people over there being friends with whoever. Stand in who you are. If you a person that knows that you dynamite walking on two legs, why need all those people? My grandma used to tell me 3 is a crowd, honey. So, you know, you got to figure it out for yourself, but don't let all of them intimidate you from being bold. You counter being bold by being who you are. Now, you're going to have people that come along the way and try to tell you, you know, ain't nobody flocking to you because you ain't got shit going on. Well, you know what? If people are flocking to you, bitch, I'm pretty sure they're not they're definitely not bees, bitch. They're flies. Because you got some shit going on. I got everybody cross up in the rapture trying to be your friend, but yet you're one person sharing all yourself with all these people. Girl, you don't get the hell out of my face. Be bold in who you are. Do not allow anyone to tell you just because you're different, you know, you're not important. A lot of times growing up dealing with bullying, I had to deal with that perspective. It's just the fact of, if they didn't like my brother, oh, I already got hell coming towards me. So, you know, needless to say, quote unquote, a pit bull in a skirt, or pretty much I was a poodle. What did my, oh goodness, what did she used to say? She used to tell me I was a pit bull dressed like a poodle. And I used to think that was the funniest thing, but now that I'm older and I'm bolder, I kind of could see that. I'm a poodle. I'm a poodle, but bitch, you made me upset. I got more than a pit bull behind. I'm a whole mountain dog. Well, that just hit my head. But yes, you cannot be intimidated. You need to know when you need to inflame yourself, and then when you need to just disclaim whatever the fuck is God's eyes, because it's not benefiting you. And someone telling you who you can't be, like, really, the boldness to counteract that is like, who the hell are you to tell me as a whole human being, a whole nother person, who I'm not supposed to represent, all because your ass is absent-minded from getting to learn who, what, when, where, how. You don't have time for that. You don't have time for that. Number two, like I said, it confronts opposition. Ain't nothing worse than you trying to be better than a motherfucker trying to sit here and tell you that you can't. Or better yet, it's not even in your atmosphere to be so. Okay, look, sometimes certain things may not be in your atmosphere, but they damn sure in your environment. Because if you can see it, you can believe it, you can challenge yourself to be able to achieve it. But if you're around a bunch of people who feels like, you know, welfare and food stamps is you living the great life, okay, until you hit that part of that certification where it says you can't have over a certain amount of dollars in your bank account, because otherwise, ... It was all good a week ago when your rent was $25. It was all good a week ago when your rent was 13 cents. But now you have to be bold and figure out whatever is happening. You just sitting around a bunch of ducks that are opposing that there's going to be a change. You need to get up and go sit on somebody else's stoop. Maybe preferably your own, and by yourself. You need to meditate. Yes, you need. Because a lot of times people will really have you being like, yo, let me walk outside my house and check this address. Oh, this is the right address? Cool. Let me get in my vehicle. Let me walk up the street and make sure this is the same street I remember waking up on and having to conduct business. Because I know you're not trying to sit here and tell me that there is only one season. No, you need to get your mind right. So you need to learn that being bold counters you having to worry about opposition. Opposition is always on the negative brim, especially if people aren't going to devote time to help you become a better you. We have to realize that as much as we give out to people to show that we're genuine, loyal friends and folks to be around, they need to be sure to be reciprocating the same. Because just because you're bold, don't allow someone else just to be around you so you can be their mouthpiece. because people do that these days. Just like we got these homeless romantics. Fuck a hobosexual. Homeless romantics. Okay, they'll tell you everything. They want to take you on dates in your vehicle, using your groceries to the park, using your good blanket for the winter time, wanting to look at the same parks, the same lake you typically walk 4-5 times a day, to sweat 800 calories before you go eat that fatty ass meal at lunchtime. Let me stop, because I'm about to go in. Okay, because I literally have been through all of this, and I've seen all this from a different perspective, but now I'm telling you what is different, okay? Because even when you're bold, you need to use your common sense, all right? It's a two-way street minimum, and there has to be reciprocity in the boldness. If I'm encouraging you to be bold, then you should be encouraging me the same way back. It should not be you, oh, thanks, girl, no problem. And then every time you go through something, it's like you're taking from my boldness to survive whatever you're going through, versus you finding in yourself what you need to be able to get through. You know, there's a reason why people pair up with bold people, and then there's a reason why people pair up with bold people. And so being sure that you understand confrontation and opposition are two things that come with having boldness. If you can understand that, I feel like that should be a double confirmation for you to understand what you got going on, the energy that you have. All right. All right. So again, you got to understand, I think I just said this. You got to understand that being bold speaks power, love, and a sound mind. You're really aware, more or less, of what you have going on and how it affects you, how it affects people around you, and how does it add into the end result. A lot of times, if we speak highly of a situation and touch and agree on it, a lot of times, one way or another, we'll see little seeds of it coming into our lives. Now, I have this saying that goes, enough small fishes will equal a can of sardines. I don't have to be out here doing everything how everybody else doing it, because some of the biggest brand names, you name it, that are out here, designers too, you know, they go into debt before they come out with a success. You know, I don't feel like with today's technology I have to take on as much debt, being that there's different ways to word and work your business. However, knowing how I am about my work ethic, you would, like I said before, you would think there's 5 people working with me, but it's just me. I work smarter, not harder. That's also part of being bold. That's also part of you having a sound mind, is you understand that what you speak will be accomplished. It will be remedied. So once you speak it, you claim it, and you're stern about it, you go on by your business. And whatever happens, it will just do. Okay? Be bold enough to accept the circumstances, but also be bold enough to claim what you want to be different. Number 4. Being bold is something that comes from the universe, something that comes from God to help you activate your gifts and purpose in your life. I can go to a whole testimony about that. But needless to say, a lot of people who experience boldness, cherish boldness, and they praise it so much. It's because it comes from a spiritual and higher source than Kenneth Cole and Chanel and, you know, watching celebrities do stuff. It comes from a source that even all of that reality TV and all that make-believe stuff they sit there and try to sell us, it won't even shadow that. Because it's a light of its own. Being bold is a light of its own. And even in the dark, you still glow. Trust me. So, I am going to encourage you all this week to be bold. And also, bold means saying no. I did a video on that. The power of no. Okay, 2 words. I know 6 languages, and it's no in all of them. Okay, so I don't care what you trying to tell me in English. I will tell you in all languages, the answer is no. Okay? You doing that is being bold, because you know what, you're setting your boundaries, you're announcing them off, and you also probably letting people know they don't want to be on the receiving end of a limit, so they better back up, hit that backspace button a little bit and back up, you know what I'm saying? So use all these things to help you this week, help you become a better you. Okay, you are the first priority. You are the first thing that's always on the number one, is always at the top of the list, and that's you. In order for you to be able to help others see light and be bright, you need to be sure that you're not dimming your light yourself or with the people around you. So that's what I got for y'all today. Be sure that y'all tell me down below, how do you use your boldness? I would love to hear that. How do y'all use your boldness? I use my boldness in a way of pretty much learning certain things I did not learn growing up, like boundaries. Like for all of my childhood, all the way up until it was time for me to really get into like counseling and try to like get certain things out, I did not know until I was in my 30s that I was traumatized in so many different ways, from growing up, relationships, and not really paying attention to the red flags. It ultimately cost me a couple years in DV cases, but needless to say, you know, believe it or not, the average domestic violence survivor tries to leave a relationship at least 7 to 8 times before they're actually able to break away. And being able to break away and being able to see myself do for myself and do for myself better than me having to feel like I have to embody somebody else's bullshit so that way they're not falling behind, I do way better by myself. Way better by myself. And if some of y'all out there feel that way and y'all see it like that, don't be around here talking about something you lonely. No, you're by yourself, but you know what, you damn sure ain't unhappy, you damn sure got your peace, and you damn sure know what walks through your door and what's willing to walk out. Okay, so you know, praises to everybody that's able to use their boldness, and I encourage the ones, you know, that don't have a very supportive foundation. Come on over here. Come on over here to Esteemed Queen Mentality. Look, let me tell you something. I've had time meeting a lot of my subscribers, okay? Very, very beautiful, vibrant people. And I'm pretty sure they would not mind getting to know you. So be sure that you head over to our warrior community so that way you get to know them. Or just drop down in the comments and let us know that you are a new subscriber. So that way we can encourage you, be around the bonfire, 6 feet apart, and welcome you. For real. You don't have to always have people around you for you to know. It's more important for you to save yourself.
When people try to tell grown folks what to do, am I the only one? Am I the only one, like, you told your friend or whatever, I'm not coming, and they say, no, you need to come. No, bitch, the spirit told me not to come. I'm not coming.
Scam likely. All right, y'all, that lets me know right there it's time for me to get up on off of here. Be sure that y'all like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell down below. And you know what? I like my ringtone. Shout outs to Storm Monroe. That ringtone is everything these days. Because it's like, no, if you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. Be bold. Be bold, be great, and do not apologize. All right? I'm going to have to talk to y'all later. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm out. Bye.